Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Fireside chat. My name is Deepak Porwal, and I'm Associate Director of Growth and Strategy here at Lava Protocols. And I'm thrilled and excited to introduce someone who lives and breathes digital transformation here at Lava Protocols, our Managing Director, Shubham Gupta.
Hi, Dev. Thanks a lot and pleasure to be here and especially to talk with you on what are the new tech which is happening in Malaysia and what we are doing in Lava Protocol.
So, absolutely, today's focus is completely on Agentic AI. What it is, what Salesforce is doing with Agentforce, and how it's already changing the landscape of Malaysian businesses, including the public sector. So, great to have that chat.
Perfect. We'll definitely love this chat and I think we'll explore more on what all things are happening.
So, let's start with the basics. We have heard a lot about generative AI, but Agentic AI is a new buzzword in the market. What does it actually mean?
That's a great question actually, Dev. So we all know about chat GPTs where you give a prompt and you get a response. Agentic AI basically takes it to the next step where you don't only get the answer, but you actually have a digital co-worker where you can assign the task, which can actually analyze all the steps and take decisions and get the entire activity completed. So that's what Agentic AI is, and that's where the entire industry is heading towards.
So, kind of like a smart assistant, but with autonomy.
Yes, that's exactly what it does. And Salesforce has gone all in terms of adding an agentic layer in all their cloud services, what they have, be it sales, marketing, or operations. That's where they're actually integrating the entire agentic platform to the entire ecosystem.
So, now let's bring this closer to home. Why should Malaysian business leaders care about agentic AI right now?
So, well, there are quite a few reasons behind it. Uh, the very first, which we can talk about, is all the government initiatives, right? With all the national AI roadmaps, My Digital program, the government is really looking forward to transform how the Malaysian business are being run. Globally, Malaysia is ranked 24th on their AI readiness, right? So that's one key area where the urgency is coming up. The second point is more on the businesses, where the board, the investors are basically looking into how a tech-led transformation can help them in growing their businesses, how a better go-to-market strategy or a ROI can be achieved out of all these AI initiatives which are coming up. The third point, which I feel, is the agile organizations where we have startups, we have SMEs who are already leveraging on AI, and they are doing a lot of different stuff, which is actually helping them to grow in their respective industries. So these are the few things where they are actually creating a difference while they are actually embarking on a journey of using AI.
Mm.
There are a lot of stats which are coming up since AI is not only in agentic area, right? And as per few studies, there will be a shortfall of almost 85 million workers globally, and that's where the agentic AI will come in. That's where the agents will help us in terms of running the organization in a much more efficient and effective manner.
So, with this all information, it looks like we are at a tipping point. Uh, Either we start using these digital AI agents or we get left behind.
Oh, of course. So this will actually create a major FOMO. The organizations who will be actually embarking on this journey at the earliest will actually reap more and more fruitful things in their industry, in their market. So yes, this definitely will become a trend going forward.
So let's talk about verticals and industries, right? Starting with the public sector. What can governments do with Agentforce?
Oh wow. So a lot of things actually can be done on the public sector side. Of course, when we talk about public sectors, we always do feel that the manpower is not up to the mark because for a very simple reason, they are serving millions, right? And that's how exactly it works. So if I'll give you some example, the specific cases where actually agentic AI can come in. It could be as simple as your license application renewals, any sort of permit application, right? Just think of an agent which runs you through the entire process of how do we apply for a license or a permit. Not only it does that, but helps you in following up on where your application is, what exactly went wrong in case it has been returned, and then how actually you can get back to the authorities and submit the right documents so that your application goes through quickly, right? So without any human intervention, without any lag, without any delays in the response. So if that portion can be picked up, that could be a huge case study for any government organization which is actually serving masses.
And that is already happening in a way.
Oh yes, so it's no more an inception. The government is actually working on all forums where they are bringing in those autonomous processes and trying to adapt it step by step. uh, we cannot always go from 0 to 100 in straight way, right? So we see a lot of chatbots, the FAQs, which can be actually picked up by the individuals itself rather than waiting for a customer experience executive to answer us, right? So that's the start, and that's how things are evolving. So yes, it is happening already.
Great. So let's move to a different industry, mostly utilities like water services and electricity services. What do you think about the transformation in those industries?
Oh, well, there is a huge area, and there is a big reason why they need to actually transform, right? They are again serving millions of people. The pressure is actually rising. Things are getting smarter, grids are getting smarter, and there is always additional pressure in terms of coming up with their ESG activities as well, right? So yeah, there are a lot of case studies which we have done with few of our clients in utility space, and which we think can be actually of use. Like, how do you actively inform your users about any sort of outrage which is happening, right? How do you help them in actually getting any fault fixed with minimal human intervention, where it is just about logging a ticket and just sharing the details. And active communication definitely helps in all these areas, right? So those are the main areas where the utility companies can actually utilize agentic AI and be effective in these areas to communicate with their customers.
So is it like service automation and grid intelligence?
So yes, grid intelligence is already there. Companies like Tenaga National, right? It's a well-known name. They are already using AI to manage their entire grid. We work very closely with Sarawak Energy, and we have actually automated their entire service part, right? Where how the interactions are basically happening and what channels the interaction can happen and how effectively it can happen, right? So yeah, so that's the areas where the utilities are already moving towards in terms of following this digitalization or AI agentic automation journey.
All right, let's talk about professional services as an industry, right? Like legal, finance, consulting. How is agentic AI coming along in that?
Well, these industries actually are easy wins for agentic AI because there are a lot of administrative work which all these firms basically do on daily basis, right? So starting from booking client calls, doing sync on any of their project work, what they are working on, drafting contracts, or even pulling up reports from whatever work they are doing, right? So these are the things where agentic AI can redefine the entire working style, right? This is something which can actually help them in evolving on the digital side. So yeah, these are the areas. And a lot of big organization, one of the global SI, which is Deloitte, basically is setting up a big center of excellence on agentic AI itself, which predominantly shows that they are betting on this entire initiative on agentic portion.
So what I'm hearing is consultants or basically lawyers or anybody in legal profession will be chasing clients than chasing files.
Exactly. And plus, this actually helps all these organizations to retain their resources. So, another study basically shows that the companies who are actually leveraging or embarking on digital transformation and AI journey at an early stage are able to retain 92% of their resources. So, that basically helps them in performing better, and which predominantly helps them in staying within the organization for a longer period while they're focusing on the core work, which is managing the clients and making sure that their clients are happy in the professional services space.
Great. Let's flip the lens. How does Agentforce or Agentic AI help the end customer?
Oh, that's where you and I basically comes in. so, so for us in any area or in dealing with any industry, we need fast response. We need seamless connectivity, and the request or the queries have to be answers in a proper way, right? So that's what any end client basically gets. Any FAQs, order tracking, anything related to appointments, status updates. So that's something where agentic AI or the agent force can really play a very, very vital role in giving that seamless experience to end customers like us.
Yeah, looks like a customer experience is gonna get an overhaul completely.
Yes, yes. And the idea basically is where the humans can actually do much better. So we are not saying that everything can be actually taken care by these agents, but wherever things get complex, because we are dealing with humans, right? So things can easily get complex. That's where agentic AI can actually push things to real agents, and they can actually take care of those severe cases or the customers who are really clueless about what they are trying to achieve out of this entire conversation. So yeah, it will be a new era, but where the human works with agentic AI in customer experience space.
So, how does Lava protocols actually fit into this entire picture?
So Lava Protocols is a Salesforce partner for last 19 years, and proud to say that at that point in time we were the very first partner, not only here in Malaysia but in the entire ASEAN region. So we have grown with them. We have seen the evolution of how Salesforce came to the market and what they are actually delivering right now, right? So that's where we come in. We do consulting. We do help our clients to understand what they need and how we can help them in embarking in that journey. So for agentic AI, or what we call it as Agentforce under Salesforce platform, we do help our clients in building and deploying those bots based on the use cases what they have. So that's the area where we are helping a lot of clients and working with them in this particular market.
Yeah. So for those leaders who are watching this fireside chat, if they have to get started on this journey, how can they start?
Oh, well, talk to us, reach out to us, visit our website, and a lot of people at Lava Protocol will be really interested to actually get you the right information, what you're looking for, and help you with all the necessary information. We do run a lot of workshops, so that is a great area where organizations, leaders basically can come in and see what exactly is happening and what they can adapt from there.
Superb insights, Shubham. What are your final thoughts?
Oh, well, we have seen a lot of organizations moving towards it, and we do understand that it can be overwhelming for companies to look into how Agentforce or Agentic AI will work, right? So, for those organizations, we do have some packages where they can actually leverage on it. There are starter packs which they can actually look into and see how exactly it is evolving for them and where they can actually take it up ahead, right? So that's one point. But yeah, overall, again, what I would like to add here is that agentic AI is no more a futuristic idea, and with Salesforce, Agentforce, it is becoming so accessible. So the companies who will leverage it at an early stage will definitely have an edge. So yeah, let's build AI that work for people, not which work or replace the people.
Well said. Thank you again, Shubham. To everyone watching, if you have any questions about agentic AI, how to deploy AI agents in your particular organization, or you're very early in this particular evaluation, please reach out to Lava Protocols for a free business consultation. Until I see you again.